say, no more wondering. Yeah, we are finally on our way. Our children need to see themselves in a much more bright, to see that nothing is impossible when they try it hard. We must build a school, teach them their children things that it's up to us to save them. Let us work until they sing. You know it's time to stand like a people. You know it's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. Our mothers and fathers and elders, they have given us all they can. They stood up and fought to protect us in this hard and bitter land. Their trials must give us courage, every woman and man. None are free unless all are. We pledge our lives to take back our land. You know it's time to stand like a people. You know it's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. The sounds of Maat. Mothers and fathers and elders, they have given us all they can. They stood up and fought to protect us in this hard and bitter land. Their trials must give us courage, every woman and man. None are free unless all are. We pledge our lives to take back our land. You know it's time to stand like a people. You know it's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, no more wondering. We are finally on our way. One more time. It's time to stand like a people. You know it's time to stand like a people today. It's time to stand like a people. Stand up and say, oh boy. We are finally on our way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Grand Rising, Grand is Rising. Everybody in the house. Everybody that's on Zoom, Grand Rising. Wherever we are in the world, Grand Rising. Blessings. So welcome, welcome, welcome to Buffet. This is March 15th. It's a special Sunday. It's just getting started, but it's going to be good. So we're happy to have everybody here and the guests that we have in the house so far, and more to come, okay? So we're going to first get started with our libation. Mama Keisha, Mama Keisha is in the house, and she's going to do our libation this morning. We thank her and welcome her up.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mama Keisha.
Number
Only a few people here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Julia Sabuhi.
This is a time in our service for new folks that we start by welcoming in our ancestors. We're aware that our ancestors are with us all the time, but we have a special time to welcome them in our midst today. The society that we live in selects certain days and has certain things on those days. But we know every day is Women's Day. We don't have to wait for a month for Women's Month. But because the society that we live in says this is Women's History Month, let's get with it. And think about some of those women whose shoulders we're standing on. For all of us here, the first woman who brought us into this world is our mother. And can all of us just say our mother's name?
Ruth Payton.
But our mothers had mothers, and they were women, and our mothers, who were mothers in this country, went through some things that made it possible for us to be here. So the mothers of our mothers, we call them and ask them to be with us and thank them for the work they did. Yeah. And thank them for the successes. We know about all of the transgressions that they had to go through, but the successes are what made us possible to be here. So we ask for our grandmothers. To be with this woman.
Bessie Allen.
Grandmother Hattie.
So we could also get real famous and talk about some of those famous women who allowed us to be here. When the British thought they were the be all and the end all, Ya Asanteway said, "No, you know."
Ashe.
So we say, Ya Asanteway, during Women's Month, come and be with us.
Ashe.
When it was dangerous to be alive in Jamaica, and more dangerous to stand up in Jamaica. Mama of the Maroons said, "Oh no."
Come on now. Teach us.
Mama of the Maroons, come and be with us this morning.
Ashe.
When James Weldon Johnson was running around organizing NAACP groups, teaching Lift Every Voice and Sing, and being such a strong man for our people and our country, he had a wife. She was a tough one. James Weldon Johnson's wife, come and be with us this morning.
I say.
Come and be with us.
When you get an opportunity to read Babatai's book, one of the things you're going to read is the dedication to Minister Makalisi. And he tells a story about sometime there was only one set of footprints, and they were because Minister Makalisi was carrying, we'll say.
Ashe.
And it's a good story he tells. But who was standing right by him?
That's right.
Who was standing behind him?
That's right.
Who was writing the checks?
Sister Mary.
She's on this side.
Yes.
So we have to pour libation to the mother and father of Sister Mary for allowing that sister to be so strong that we are standing here because of that woman.
Ashe.
Sister Mary's parents, come and be with us.
Ashe, come and be with us.
Women's History Month wouldn't be so great for Wosay if we hadn't had Mama and Gina around.
Yes.
Okay?
Say that.
Mama and Gina was awesome, she said. Awesome. Even when she was unable to attend, she was running stuff.
Still in service. You said the truth.
Oh, you absolutely.
She did it until she took her last breath. Her picture is over there, and we looked at it last night, and we say, Mama and Gina, thank you for your work. Thank you for your struggle. Thank you for your success. Thank you for us being here. And we said, Ashe.
Ashe, come and be with us.
Ashe.
And then we have, of course, the one who stood by Martin Luther King, the one who stood by Malcolm X. They had children to raise. They had families to keep together.
Say that.
But those two women gave us more than we can imagine. So we say Coretta Scott King and Betty Shabazz, come and be with us. Give us that kind of strength and maturity that you have. Come and be with us.
Ashe, come and be with us.
And then all of the women and all the men. Because that dichotomy exists for some, but sometimes it doesn't. So for all of those who are responsible for us being able to sit in this room today, for us to be able to have some money to put in to support this work, for us to have be able to make contributions, we say to all of those mothers, all of those fathers, all of those aunties, all of those grandparents, all of the great-grandparents, come and be with us this morning.
Ashe, come and be with us.
To our ancestors to the north,
Ashe.
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 South,
Ashe.
ancestors to the east,
Ashe.
and ancestors to the west.
Ashe. Ashe. Oh.
Thank you, Mama Keisha.
Thank you, Mama Keisha. Beautiful, beautiful libation.
Okay, now we've reached a very important time in our service for a prayer circle. And our amazing Baba Kalabazi, our poet, our resident poet, he's going to come and lead our circle prayer.
Thank you, Sister Connie. Good morning, Vose community.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome to the brothers and sisters from Christ Unity. It's so good to have you with us this weekend, sharing good food, and now joining us in this worship service. The circle prayer is a time for us to come together as a community, join our hands and join that energy, and sending up our petitions, our hopes, our desires to the Creator. So, for those that are able to stand, would you please stand and let's form a circle. Okay, we will form a circle.
Ashe.
I will start the circle prayer, and I will step back, and I will allow others, at least a couple other people, to share their voices, and then I will come back and close out the circle prayer. And we also have our list of members, family, and friends that are struggling with various health issues. Their names appear on the screen. And we ask that you all also remember them in your prayers. We all are in need of prayer, and we all have varying levels of help. Holy One, Divine Creator, the great giver of all things. Holy One, we thank you for our lives. We thank you for raising us up in this creation. We thank you for the sun that you provided for us. It warms our body, it warms the land, and allows the plants to grow. We thank you for the rain that falls from the sky, that fills the rivers and the streams and the ponds.
Yes.
And nourish our bodies and allow food to grow.
Yes.
And oh, Holy One, we thank you for air, for the breath of life that tether to you, O Holy One, that continues to sustain and nourish us even while we slumber. We thank you, O Holy One, for these things. O Holy One, we thank you for allowing us to become aware, to become aware of you, that we may come and worship you more effectively. We thank you for the ancestors that you raised up to provide us with knowledge, understanding, and science and technology and engineering that we can enjoy today. We thank you for these things, O Holy One. We thank you for all of the great priests, the master priests of ancient Kemet that studied the sky, that studied the heavens, that worshiped you and provide papyrus and writings for us to understand you. We thank you for these ones as well, O Holy One. Holy One, we are very thankful for our lives, but we also are very concerned and very empathetic for the lives of others outside of this circle, outside of this city, outside of this state, and out into the broader world where we find ourselves another war is taking place. We ask for peace, O Holy One. Help us to have those enlightened minds that come forward with a broader and greater understanding of life and this creation in it. Help us to reject war, that we may study war no more. And at this time, if there is another in the circle, or if there is one in the Zoom land that wish to raise his or her voice, now is the time. Is there one that wants to praise the Creator this morning?
Divine Creator, Mother, Father, God, I thank you for this day. I thank you for bringing me to this place called Mosaic, for providing a place that we can be ourselves. Thank you for this family, for this circle of love, for this circle of caring, for all the things that each of you do to move forward our people, to be a better people, to be the great people that we were meant to be, and that I know in my heart that we will be again. I thank you for my life, for all of the elements. I thank you for the travel and grace that I know that I'll receive when I return back to the continent in a few weeks. I'm just so grateful to be here, grateful for all of our family, for Caress, and ask for traveling grace for them as well. Appreciative, just absolutely appreciative that Wose exists and that I'm a part of this family. Thank you.
That want to lift his or her voice.
Give thanks and appreciation for another day of this sacred breath of life with family and friends, as we are a peaceful, loving people, recognizing that we are rhythm, peace, powerful. Ashe.
We give thanks.
What a blessing that we're here today, really together in the presence of the ancestors and the Most High, calling forth a blessing upon our time here together, that we be uplifted and supported. We stand in the power of that creative presence. Ashe, oh,
Holy One, we
Ashe,
thank you for those that have raised their voices this morning. And we hope and pray that you grant all those silent prayers within the hearts of those of the circle.
Ashe.
And our Holy One, we do not want to forget as we stand here, and last night we enjoyed a great dinner and great friendship and communicating and being with one another. At this time, we want to remember those that are not so fortunate. Far, far, far too many of people, and many of them are our people. Our African brothers and sisters find themselves unhoused, not knowing where they can get their next meal. We ask for mercy, O Holy One, and we pray that a blessing comes into their lives, that their circumstances may be changed. While we do as much as we can on this side to support them. Bless those sons and daughters fighting in foreign wars and in foreign lands. We pray for the parents and the brothers and sisters of these loved ones. And yes, we know that war is unpredictable. So we pray for their welfare. And if it be their will, that you will return these soldiers and airmen and Navy personnel back to their families, their wives and sons and daughters, and bring it in to this mindless, senseless war. This is my prayer, O Holy One. Be with us throughout this day and throughout this day.
Come and be with us.
Amen and Ashe.
Ashe.
And now is the time, what commonly known as the huggy kissy time. We get to touch one another. And so we'll go ahead and go with the huggy kissy time.
And come say hello to in the camera to the people on Zoom.
Yes.
Greetings, people on Zoom. Robert Tide.
Ashe. All the time.
Come, Bill, get ready for the affirmation. Minister Bill, we're going to have our affirmation.
Good morning, peace and blessings to everybody.
Good morning. Good morning. Ashe. Holy One. Your people come. Doing all we can to be. In the spirit with accepted power. Every day, every hour. They're all that we all that we say in the sacred, sacred African prayer.
Okay. Can we please take our seats for the affirmation, or take our places and stay on the feet for the affirmation? Thank you to the sounds of Maat. I go.
We'll move on with this lovely service. And welcome to press. Welcome.
I see
Now we're
you.
today with Caress being in town. So let's all concentrate so we can continue on with our service. Okay, we're going to stand for our community affirmation. Let's all stand if we can. We will know God's truth to be free and self-determined.
Creator, help us
To
to
remember
humanity,
glory,
glory,
and
and
suffering
suffering
of
of
our
our
ancestors,
ancestors,
and
and
to
to
honor
honor
the
the struggle
struggle
of
of
our
our
elders.
elders.
Let us strive to bring new vision and life to our people. Let there be peace and harmony among us.
Let us be
Let us be
loving,
loving,
sharing,
sharing,
and
and
creative.
creative.
Let us
Let us
work,
work,
study,
study, and
and
listen,
listen.
so we may learn, teach, and cultivate self-reliance.
Grant us power, O Holy One, as we struggle to resurrect our hearts and our homeland.
We will raise our children according to the needs of our nation, with discipline, patience, devotion, and courage. We will strive to be the living model of the new direction for our people.
We are an African
We
people.
are an African people. We are the children of God.
I see.
I see, I see, I see. Ooh.
All right, Mr. Makalisi. Continue on. We hear you.
I see, I see, I see.
So now we're going to have our announcements, starting with Oakland announcements, and then Sacramento, and then we're going to prepare for a treat. Sounds of Maat. Ty's got y'all ready?
Just want to confirm, Minister Bill, you can see that on the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So these are the announcements from Oakland for Sunday. Let's see if I can get this out of the way. Oh, I don't know why that. Let me start over. Oh no, Bill, I can't get out of this.
Can't click that.
I can't get out.
Okay, I approve him. Let that bill in.
There's
Oh, you don't have no mouse.
there's no mouse.
Oh, wait, there it is. Wait. Let me try it with the.
And we can't get out of the screen. Let's have.
Uh-oh. So you might have to shut down.
Nothing's working.
This is no touchscreen, right?
No.
I think that we need sounds of Maat.
Yeah. So we're gonna go with the song, I think.
Yeah, and then while they're singing, I give you a chance to shut down and just start again.
What if I shut down the shut
Oh,
down?
it'll shut the whole song.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Click
Can we have Sacramento's announcements then while we're trying to work on Oakland's?
Okay, hi y'all, got everything. So I'm hearing from.
Oh, we're good. Let's run Sacramento's first.
Sacramento's going next.
Yeah.
Don't you know we all need prayer? Join us in intercessory prayer for you and your Wosei family on Mondays and Fridays at 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This flyer will be in the chat. You'll need these numbers to dial in. Please continue to pray for those on our prayer list during the week in your private prayer time. If your name should be on our list, please let us know by putting your name in the chat. Sacred Scriptures will meet this Thursday from 6 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time using the Black Knowledge Matters Zoom login and password. There are so many things going on here in Sacramento. If you are having trouble keeping track, you are not alone. Post this calendar of upcoming events. This will be in the chat. Sound bath healing with Dr. T. Come unwind and recharge with an in-person sound bath session led by the amazing Terrence Dr. T. Elliott. Let soothing tones and vibrations wash over you, melting away stress and bringing deep relaxation. Search Wosei Community on eventbrite.com to register. And while you're at it, get Dr. Terrence Elliott's new book, The Healing Power of Sound for the Black Community. It is available wherever books are sold. Oh my goodness, Anthony Browder is coming to Sacramento? Get ready for an inspiring in-person event, packed with an engaging lecture, Q&A, book signing, and vibrant community vibes. This summit is all about celebrating Black culture, history, and wisdom in a space where connections and conversations come alive. Search Wosei Community on eventbrite.com. Tony Browder's study tours of Egypt will take place on July 7th through the 21st and December 12th through the 23rd in 2026. Note, these are his final study tours. Visit ctoinc.com for reservations and information. Out of Darkness, Heavy is the Crown, Volume 2 is the third film in the Out of Darkness documentary series created by Oakland-based director Amadeus Christ. This will be a film screening and discussion with the director. Search Wosei Community on eventbrite.com. African Americans for Balanced Health seminar on Saturday, March 21st, 2026, will be conducted by Dr. Dara Deline Brown on Reboot, Purify, and Renew, Grow 20 Years Younger. Black Knowledge Matters. If you or someone you know can drop some knowledge on Wosei, contact imhotepalkebalon@gmail.com or call 916-835-1823. Ashe.
Okay, now we're going to do this again. I do this every week, so I don't know why it's a problem this week. And here we go. These are our announcements for Sunday, March the 15th. First of all, I want to give a big thank you to all who participated at the Wose dinner last night. Yeah, it was great. Thank you to Minister Amati, Minister David, Sister Penny, Mama Foxy Brown, and all of the people from LA. Thank you to all of the sisters in the kitchen, especially Mamas Rose and Akanke, who coordinated everything. Thank you to Good Love, who had us dancing in the building for the first time that I can remember since Crest was here the last time for our 39th anniversary. Thank you to Dr. Joe Gregory Bledsoe and his wife Nasiri, who were back from the Gambia and who came out to party with us last night. Thank you to all of the Oakland people who came out, showed out, worked hard, and showed that there ain't no party like a Wose Oakland party. We had good food, good music, good company, and a good time was had by all. This afternoon in Redwood City, they are honoring the women who quietly shape our community, celebrating the local unsung heroes who make a difference. Our own Mama Keisha is one of the honorees today. Yeah. This is a much-deserved honor for Mama Keisha, who we know is always working to improve the living situation, the plight of our people. We say, congratulations, Mama Keisha. Brothers, next Saturday at 9 o'clock a.m., next Saturday, March the 21st, 9 o'clock a.m., some of us will be gathering at the Martin Luther King Regional Shoreline Park in Oakland to enjoy fresh air and sunshine, to walk and exercise together, and enjoy each other's company. A reminder will be sent out by email this week. Also on that Saturday, our school, Ile Day, is having a crab feed fundraiser. All of the hot garlic crab you can eat, along with garlic noodles, garlic buttered toast, salad, and a beverage. It's from 5 to 9 at Piedmont Community Church, 400 Highland Avenue in Piedmont, and the cost is $80 per person, and there are still tickets from what I understand. In the next month, on Sunday, April the 19th, Mama Jasiri, who used to sing I Am So Thankful, I am so thankful to announce that Wose will observe our annual Mama Jasiri Day. We've honored our ancestors for nearly 30 years, and this year will be no exception. Those of us who knew and loved Mama Jasiri look forward every year to this day and to hearing her voice on this day. On Sunday, May the 17th, we're having a repeat of our November 16th Sonic Meditative Healing, led by Dr. Terrence and Queen Amanda Elliott. It was an amazing experience last time, and I expect no different in May. Okay, and here is a special announcement and a question. And the question is, what is Wose started by a disc jockey and a bus driver? So after a delay, and more delays, and more delays, I finally have an answer to the question, what is Wose started by a disc jockey and a bus driver? And the answer to the question is, it's a book. It's a book that is finally ready today for distribution. Today the book will be out for distribution. Okay. So it's a book, and in the book there are writings by me, of course, and also by ministers Makalisi, Imhotep, Mali. Minister Alicia has 2 articles in the book. Thank you, Minister Alicia. And Minister Hassan, who is not a Wose minister, but a minister nonetheless, and who was gracious enough to contribute to our book. He's here today, as a matter of fact. There are also writings by Baba Jeff, who thoroughly answers the question, what is Wose? Mama Latrice, who wrote a very beautiful love letter to Wose that we heard a couple weeks ago. Wose's Mr. Everything, Baba Katabasi, he does everything around here. He, like it was said, he did poetry last night. He's going to do a poem today, and he wrote a very interesting article in the book. There's also 20% of the book, a fifth of the book is about is a very beautiful and thorough history of Wose. In fact, it wasn't my intention to put Ile Omade on the cover. I said Wose, I meant Ile Omade. It wasn't my intention to put Ile Omade on the cover, but Baba Jai, he did such a beautiful job of writing the history that I had to include it on the cover, Ile Omade. And there's also a poem by Mama Sugar D. I don't know if she's online or not, but thank you, Sugar D. You're the only person from outside of California who contributed to the book. And the book, of course, was edited by our own Mama Fanya. All right. Okay. So the book, like I said, goes on sale starting today. And I wrestled with the question, how much should I charge for this book? Okay. Now, some of you will remember this book. If you haven't, you may not remember this, but if you haven't, you did not pay for it. This book was given to everybody who wanted it, and it was truly my 40th anniversary gift to the Wosei community. I can't do the same thing with this book. So, as I said, I wrestled for what would be a fair price, and what I decided was $22 is a fair price. But I thought, well, $22 is a strange amount to charge for anything. So I'm selling the book for $25, and $3 of every sale is going to go to Wosei. All right? So, as I said, it's available today. And the reason there was another delay, I wanted to make sure that all of the contributors of the book had a copy of the book, and special people had a copy of the book before I put it on sale. And so they all do. If you don't have it yet, it is in the mail. The book, unfortunately, as of right now, can only be purchased from me, except there is Ile Omade ordered some, and Wosei Sacramento ordered some. And there's my phone. Sorry. And so, that was a book. Somebody called her for a book already. So Ile Omade's and Wosei Sacramento's will be in the mail this week. Other than that, you can get the book. I'm working on making it so that I can say, like Dr. Terrence, that the book can be bought wherever books are sold. So I'm still working through that process. Okay. Those are our announcements from Wosei Oakland, brought to you on behalf of Minister Malik. On the screen, you see our Sunday activities. And I want to remind everybody, the Wosei brothers, that next Saturday we're having a walk at Martin Luther King Park, and next Saturday in the evening we're having the Ile Omade fundraiser, the crab feed. Everybody, thank you, Wosei.
And now we have our in-house present. This our present too. They are our present to us. You guys give and give and give. We're so thankful for you. Our sounds of Maat.
I see you.
Just trust in divine, and it'll work out every time. You're welcome to your portion of peace. Just reach out your hand. You can fall on your knees. There is more we can do. Just try. Creators got you. Ancestors, they're gonna see you through. Let this circle be unbroken. You have everything that you need. Just try. It'll work out every time, every time. Creator's got you every time. Yes. Reach out your hand. You can fall on your knees as the blessings fall like rain. Call out the names of your Mother divine, you can call on where your help comes from. They're all standing with you. Let the circle be unbroken. Let the circle, let it be unbroken. You are here 'cause somebody prayed for you. Yes. Yes. You are here 'cause somebody prayed for you. Let the circle, let it be unbroken. Let it be unbroken.
Yes, yes, yes.
You are here 'cause somebody prayed for you.
Yes.
Just call out each one.
Just good.
Keep your prayers going. Keep your faith intact. You can keep going. You gotta just keep living. Let the circle, let it be unbroken. You are here, 'cause somebody prayed for you.
Yes. Yes.
Mama Latrice, your voice. Baba David, Baba William, y'all just bringing it.
Yes.
We are so full.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
We are full, and you're teaching.
Yes.
You're teaching us. We have music
Exactly.
ministry, and you're teaching, reminding us. That's important. You know, we have to. Your ancestors prayed for us, each and every one of us.
Yes.
We have to continue to pray for each other.
Yes.
Pray for the future.
Yes.
Just keep on praying.
Yes.
Got to keep on praying.
Yes.
Mama Goddess, can I just say that Spirit led Mama Latrice to create that on the spot right now?
Wow.
That's how Most High works.
Thank you.
All of us, that came true.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing this. Oh, wow. Mama That's love. That's love. That's love. And God is love. Jesus is love. It's divine. We're so thankful. So at this time, we're going to move on, and we're going to have a poem that Baba Kalabazi is going to bring us. And then we're in from a treatment. Mr. Mahdi's going to speak just a little to introduce somebody special. And everybody here today is special. We're so thankful to have you here.
Yes.
We're just so thankful. Thank you, each and every one. Come on, Baba Kalabazi. Our resident poet.
Wow. Sounds of my heart. Bringing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're ours. You can't have them. We're keeping them. Yeah, just beautiful music. And it's so much a part of the Wosei experience. When you come through the doors of Wosei, the teaching begins. It's in the music, in our affirmations, songs. It's a continual process. And as I was telling a couple of people earlier, you can't just come and experience the Wosei community one time. You have to come back a few times to get the full measure of what we offer to the community. There's no place else I'd rather be than here this morning.
Say that. Say that.
Being with you and sharing this experience. Minister Imhotep, for those that knew him, and I think most of us in this room knew of him, was a very unique man and individual.
Say that.
He carried and walked in so much knowledge at such a young age, and that's when I first met him. I met Minister Imhotep when he was quite young, finishing up his college days, but he had all his knowledge, and I was older than he was, and I had been doing some studying too, but he was miles ahead of me. And so in 2022, Minister Imhotep's birthday is here in the month of March. March the 10th to be exactly. In March of 22, I was asked to write a poem to commemorate Minister Imhotep and all of his years that he has been with the Wose community. And I believe at that time, Minister Imhotep was ministering both houses. The House of Amun-Ra here in Oakland, the House of Amun-Ra in Sacramento. And he was doing his Black Knowledge Matters, he was doing his sacred science of sacred scriptures. So man, he just did a lot. He was doing radio shows and different things. He just absorbed the philosophy of Maat and Wose. And we're blessed to have shared the time that we did with him.
Yes.
And so when I was asked to write this poem by Baba Tai from East Commission of Spiritual Life and Assistance, asked me to write this poem, and I set out to try to understand the composite of the man. And matter of fact, I'm going to ask Sounds of My Heart if they can give me a little background that I can do the poem, something a little bit of reggae dub, something in that genre, nice and low and easy. Minister Imhotep, as well as myself, we were both lovers of reggae music, and we respected the Rastafarian culture. Tribute to Minister Imhotep. Boom, shaka, the Rasta man come, the priestly man come, the teacher man come, the righteous man come. He'll come with fire and power to tell of the hour of the world gone sour, leaving the people dour. We watched him grow from student to teacher, uttering African truths and greatness as a seer. His climb was swift and graceful as a deer, making complex things seem clear. Roots, rock, reggae on his sound system, bubbling with Maccabee, beat Molly, jamming on a papyrus stem, charging Babylon with corruption and pestilence, rallying us to be free from that and them. Friend, son, husband, brother, and father elevates his being further, pastoring and serving when we gather, joining in the singing and laughter. His shine shines brighter as his star rises higher. Knowledge and wisdom grows stronger under the gaze of the ancestors and the giver, leading us along the way, teaching us not to stray, but to come forth by day. In the footsteps of the ancestors we stay. Fortunately, we are in this time to be swept along on his dime, understanding the climb, knowing the real from pantomime. We look forward to sharing in this journey, rescuing the standing and those on gurney, restoration of our people, the strong and the puny. This work is serious business, nothing funny. Our love and appreciation of him brims over, with my eye as a cover, true and faithful as a lover. May his star shine brightly forever. Tribute to Minister Imhotep.
Ashe, Ashe.
With the ancestors that we still remember him. And as Mama Connie comes, I step away.
There's not one of us who wasn't profoundly touched by him. Profoundly touched by him. Poor libation.
David to talk about the cell he did last night.
Now we're going to have somebody come up and introduce, make an introduction to us. For us. Thank you.
Thank you again, everybody. year. It's just a blessing. I'm feeling Minister Imhotep's presence.
Yes.
As well. And I'm thinking about the song, "Let the circle be unbroken."
Yes.
Because we need each other to survive.
Yes.
So we reach out to each
Get
other.
closer to the mic.
We'll say,
They can't hear you.
when I came to Jose, started fellowshipping with Jose, Jose was my sanctuary for about 2 or 3 years. I was here, and it was Minister Imhotep. We reached out, we shared knowledge with each other, and networked together. So it's just wonderful to be here, where I can feel his spirit even more powerful.
Indeed.
And so I'm just going to take a moment and have some brief comments from one of my ministerial colleagues from Los Angeles. His background is in the Christian church. My background is in the metaphysical New Thought movement, but just like me and him, we both reached out to our African cultural heritage that transcended our specific religious orientation. And so we've been working together, positioning ourselves, and I say, I don't know that he says it, but I say we're engaged in the battle for the soul of Los Angeles. And we've got to cross different so-called differences in order for us to collaborate and work together. And so this brother has been working with me, and he's going to have a few words to share with our community. So come on, Minister David Mosley.
Please raise the mic or raise the volume.
You won't have that problem with me.
Ashe.
I'm in a Baptist background. Tabernacle Baptist Church, 4155 41st place in McKinley, a Bible teaching, a Bible believing Baptist church in the heart of South Central Los Angeles. East Side Bottoms to be exact. All right, now I'm proud of mine, but for a spell, I was not so proud. That's kind of why I'm here right now. Father Elder Lazelle was very important in my life. He actually introduced me to this book.
All right.
One of the names I was given actually came from here, Kajimni. I usually don't tell people that. Kajimni was a name I was given. I never claimed it because I hadn't earned it. Wow. And then I ran into a group of students about 3 years ago, and they called me elder. I said, when did I become the elder? And it just kind of happens that way, right? You get enough knowledge and you stick around the right people. You begin to live Maat as opposed to trying to beat people over the head because you can memorize and they haven't. And then the next thing you know, as you live Maat and you be Maat, other people see what Fannie Lou Hamer called this little light of mine. Come on now. I'm going to let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Yes. It's not the name of God that is most important. The divine creative force and source has many names. Yes. Because anything that can be measured can be mastered. Right. And the Creator refuses to allow itself to be mastered by His creation. Yes. We cannot fully comprehend the depths of what our creative force and source has put in us that connects us to it. The universe is constantly expanding, so they say, but in fact it is oscillating. It's going like this. Your womb oscillates. Your brain oscillates. Your heart has movement as long as you have life. Now this Usia, I also had another Baba by the name of Sawandi. He used to quote a piece of Ankh Shashanki, may the flood waters never fail to come, may the fields never fail to flourish. And we would do that at every Kwanzaa celebration. I'm saying I've been blessed and touched by people whose origin was in the Christian church. Yeah. But Christianity can be my foundation and not my limitation.
Come on now. It's good.
Where I'm at and where I be is not the limit of me.
Teach good.
Now, I had a great teacher yesterday who reminded me of something. I don't know if y'all know, but a long time ago, I lost my marbles. How many of y'all lost your marbles before? Anybody ever lost your marbles? Raise your hand if you ever lost your marbles. And a young man came and helped me get some of my marbles back yesterday. Brother Sankara, come on up here, Brother Sankara. Come on up, come on up, come on up, come on up. Now, I don't know if your folks let you have candy canes or not. Whether they do or don't, I just want to hold you up so you can be seen, young man. Because he helped me get some of my marbles back. Now, Elder Lizelle helped me get some of my marbles back with the Hosea. Coming to Wose yesterday helped me get some of my marbles back because I saw some of y'all had some lost marbles too. And coming to Wose helped y'all get some of them marbles back, them lost marbles. Coming here today, listening to the poetry from yesterday and today, the beautiful meal, the wonderful hosting, where folks have prepared something on your behalf. Just like Baba Lizelle used to do, opening up his home. We had the study groups. We read the different books. We would go through went to Asa Hilliard's memorial, where I didn't know that what's that preacher's name out of, he had a president in his church, and the president was in his church, and then the president forgot about it. Is that his name? Yeah. And he kind of forgot about his pastor as he got up at the funeral. I don't know how he forgot about his pastor. But Jeremiah Wright preached a sermon, the eulogy. And at the time, I didn't know that Jeremiah Wright was a member of ASCAP since the 70s. And Jeremiah Wright, I thought he was walking across a tightrope because a Christian preacher who was unapologetically black and Christian was in this room full of all these Dr. Ben, Dr. John Henry Clark, John G. Jackson folks. Ain't no way in the world he gonna pull this off. I had no idea that Jeremiah Wright and Asa Hilliard was going to the Nile Valley High Culture and Civilization with the congregation. I had no idea that Jeremiah Wright was that deep at that time. So I thought, how is this Christian minister who was unapologetically Christian, unapologetically black, how is he gonna pull this off? And Elder Lizelle was just sitting there smiling. Because he knew all this but without telling us. Right. And of course, Jeremiah Wright pulled it off. With that crowd full of all these conscious folks dressed up in our boobas and our dashikis and the whole nine, our mud cloth, with that good smelling nag champa and sandalwood. We was all dressed up for the funeral, the memorial, the celebration of Asa Hilliard. I'm sharing with you that Baba Lizelle was more than just a person who came here and participated. He was a divine spiritual being having a divine human experience. His foundation was Christianity, but it was not his limitation. He would not allow me, in my spirit of transitioning at that time, to beat up on other folks that I was working with that were Christian. If I had those words and those sentiments come out of my mouth, he would force me to have space for grace and realize that that is your family. Do not turn your back on them. They cannot share with you what they do not have, but accept what they got. Because God is not confined by those things that you see. This is the kind of lesson that he would teach me and help me to grow and learn. So I want to thank Wose for empowering the people who are here. I want to thank Wose for empowering the community with wonderful examples of Maat. I want to thank Wose for being a space where Baba Lizelle was cultivated to then go out into the world and help plant and pour a little bit of water in a little bitty old flower like me. And most importantly, I want to thank Little Sankara for reminding me that Wose is a place you can come to and get your marbles back.
Thank you, brother.
Get your marbles back.
Beautiful, beautiful. We're going to roll on. We're going to roll on. And this day might be a little longer than.
We have guests in the house.
We have guests in the house. We're honored to have you.
Yes.
We don't want to cut things short.
Yes.
We want to do what we came to do.
Say that. Say that.
All right. I'll shake.
What's next?
Let the marbles roll.
Again.
technology gets in the way and won't let you be great. So, not some things on our end. I don't know. Are we in Mercury retrograde? Is that happening right now?
That was me retrograde.
Oh, I'll go there. That happens to me frequently.
Yeah.
I'm from the land of my ancestors. That's what you sing. I will live them up forever. I will always follow nature, and mine will be the measure. Yes, mine will be the measure. I'm from the land of my ancestors. I will always follow nature, and mine will be the measure. Yes, mine will be the measure. Yes, mine will be
Thank you for blessing us. Thank you for blessing us. So now at this time, we're going to go on and do our historical tribute. Have that presented by our Baba Tai. Always does such a magical job. I'm going to put pressure on him. No, Baba Tai Imba has knowledge beyond knowledge. So he always brings it, and he's always interesting and kind of funny with it. So come on now.
Okay,
and
we'll
then
see.
We'll be moving into our litany of appreciation.
Okay. Okay, we have come to that time that we call our historical tribute. It's a time that we here at Wose take out each and every Sunday to pay honor, to pay homage, to pay tribute to some significant, not necessarily famous, but significant person, place, event, or organization in our history. Okay, and so when I was scheduled to do this morning, I wanted to do this morning because Caress was going to be here. So I wanted to do somebody very, very special, and I obsessed over who to do. And then finally it came to me. And the way Spirit moves, I didn't factor in that it was, as Mama Keisha said earlier, Women's History Month. But I decided I would do what I consider to be the most courageous woman in our history. So this morning I'm doing Araminta Ross. Right? She was born an enslaved sister in 1822 in Dorchester County, Maryland, which is close to Washington, D.C. Her parents were Rit and Ben Ross. They had 9 children. They were Lena, Mariah Ritty, Soph, Robert, Minty, which they called her. She was in the middle, Minty, Ben, Rachel, Moses, okay? When their slave owner's son turned 21 years old, they separated the family. The young 21-year-old took Rit, the mother, and all of the children, and left the father, Ben, where he was in his old town. The father eventually was freed and granted some land, okay? Now, there's an incorrect narrative that enslaved men didn't care for their families. But this brother would go 10 miles to visit his children every chance he got, and his children would come 10 miles to see him. Family was important to them, and it has been to us forever, okay? Now, Rit, the mother, would leave the young children at dawn to go cook and would return late at night. And she left Minty, who was a baby herself, in charge for her younger siblings. And that happened until Minty turned age 6, which then she got hired out and was separated from the family. When Minty was 12 years old, she was shopping with her slave slaveholder, and an owner of a store threw a 2-pound weight at another young African-American kid, an enslaved brother, and missed him and hit Minty in the forehead, and almost killed her. She was given to her mother, and her mother nursed her back to health. But ever since that incident, Minty would have sleeping spells. She'd just fall asleep whenever. Today they call that narcolepsy. And during her sleeping spell, she would also have these visions from God. Okay. Now in 1825, Minty's 3 older sisters were sold away, and she never ever saw them again. And they also wanted to sell her youngest brother Moses, but Rit, Minty's mother, hid Moses in the swamp, and they couldn't find him, so he didn't get sold away. But Minty swore then that she would never ever be sold. In 1844, Minty married a man named John Tubman, a free man named John Tubman, and changed her name to, and everybody say it with me on 3. 1, 2, 3. Harriet Tubman. Changed her name to Harriet Tubman, right. Right. Now, much of the information in this tribute and some of the slides are from the Harriet Tubman Underground Railroad National Historical Park in Dorchester County, Maryland, close to where Harriet Tubman was born. And the park itself was created by an act signed by Barack Obama on March the 25th, 2013. Now, Now, in 1849, Minty, or Harriet Tubman, learned that she was going to be sold, and she said she was going to escape. She asked her husband to come with her, and he said no. So she escaped with her two brothers. And while they were gone, they put out this wanted poster on her. And they described the $300 of reward for the three of them. They said Harriet was about age 19, Ben was about age 25, and it says Minty, aged about 27 years, is of a chestnut color, fine looking, and about 5 feet high. $100 reward will be given for each of the above named Negroes if taken out of state, and $50 if taken into state. Okay, so, but they weren't captured. The brothers and Minty, Harriet argued about which way to go, and the brothers were afraid of being caught. So they came back, and they brought Harriet back with her. But when she came back, nothing had changed. And so a few days later, she was going to escape again. So slaves, when they were going to escape, would sing this song. Now, this is the song that they say Harriet Tubman sang. Now, I saw this before I saw the movie, right? But in the movie, this is the song that Cynthia Erivo is singing. And so I don't know that this is the song that Harriet Tubman sang, but this is what is reported to be that song. Okay. So Harriet escaped, and she traveled. She traveled at night sometimes, because sometimes you can't travel in the daytime. And when she traveled at night, she used, she followed the North Star. Now, I don't know if you know how to find the North Star, right? Well, what you do is, if you can find the Big Dipper, and when I was a kid, the Big Dipper was easy to find. In preparation for this tribute, I went out last night to see if I could find the Big Dipper. It's hard to find in the city. At first, I didn't think I could, but then you see the three bright stars in the handle, and then there's the Dipper part. Anyway, to find the North Star, if you find the Big Dipper, the front of the Dipper points directly to the North Star, right? And the North Star is the tail of the little. It's the last star in the tail of the Little Dipper. And so you find that North Star, you go in that direction, and you know to go north. So Harriet Tubman, when she traveled at night, she followed the North Star. In the daytime and at night, she also knew that moss grows on the north side of a tree. So whenever she didn't know which way to go, she'd check a tree, and the tree would show her which way was north. Okay. She also had to wade through water. She swam rivers. Sometimes she had to catch fish, and she'd eat the fish raw, because sometimes you couldn't build campfires. She'd sleep in caves. And she always had to beware of the slave catchers and their dogs. Now, those of us that are old enough, are aware, we remember slave catchers and their dogs.
Teach good, Father. Come on. Teach good.
Okay, but she kept going. And one day, she asked the brother how much farther was it to get to freedom, and the brother told her sister, "You're in Pennsylvania." And Pennsylvania was what they called a free state, so she had been free. So Harriet Tubman was free. And this is what she wrote a little later. "When I found I had crossed that line, I looked at my hands to see if I was the same person. There was such a glory over everything. The sun came like gold through the trees and over the fields, and I felt like I was in heaven." That was Harriet Tubman. And if Harriet Tubman's story ended there, it would be the story of a courageous sister. But her story didn't end there. So what I learned when I visited this park was that Harriet Tubman had an intimate and personal connection with God. She talked with him as a man talketh to his friend. And they say her spirituality drew from both African and Christian cultures. She may have learned West African traditions passed down from her grandmother, whose name was Modesty, and other African-born members of the community. It says that she, like other enslaved people, were required to attend church with the slaveholders in segregated churches. They had to stand in the back or in the balconies or sometimes outside. And they were taught by white preachers and by black preachers who the white preachers taught that slavery was a part of the natural order of things, that it was good to be if you were a good slave, you get your reward when you die and go to heaven. Right? But that's what the white folks and the black folks and the black folks who were taught by the white folks taught her, right? Okay. But it says Harriet Tubman knew God was a liberator, right? And so when I visited Harriet Tubman's home in Auburn, New York, I touched a sewing machine that Harriet Tubman had actually touched, and I got a thrill from that. I also got a thrill when I read this, knowing that Harriet Tubman prayed to the same God that I pray to.
I see.
Right. Yeah. So, but Harriet Tubman didn't feel at home where she was. She said, I had crossed the line, I was free, but there was no one to welcome me to the land of freedom. I was a stranger in a strange land, and my home, after all, was down in Maryland because my father, my mother, my brothers and sisters and friends were there. But I was free, and they should be free. I would make a home in the North and bring them there. God helping me. And so Harriet Tubman, unthinkably, went back into the South because she wanted to free her family, right? There weren't a lot of slaves or ex-slaves, ex-enslaved people who went back into the South, but she went back because she wanted to save her family. And so she did that, and she saved people, and she did it despite the fact that there was a reward for her head, on her head, $40,000, which was a lot of money. It's a lot of money today. Imagine what it was back then, right? But despite the fact that they had this $40,000 on her head, she went back to the South 13 times, and she brought over 70 enslaved people to the North, including her mother, her father, all of her brothers. She never saw her sisters again, and her younger sister, Rachel, died before she could bring her to the North. But she freed an awesome amount of people.
Teach good.
Yes. And I tell a story that oftentimes when she was out bringing people to the North, a brother, and it was usually a brother, would get scared or get cold and want to go back. And Sister Harriet would look at him, and she'd put her hand in her bosom, and she'd pull out a pistol and point it to his head. And she'd say to him, brother, you're going to be free one way or another, but there ain't no going back. There ain't no going back. She was a good sister. And through her powers of persuasion, the brother would decide to go north with her, and he would make it. They would always make it. They all made it. In fact, she was proud of saying that I never ran my train off the tracks, and I never lost a single passenger. All right. So if Harriet Tubman's story had ended there, it would be the story of a courageous sister. But her story didn't end there, right? She went on during the Civil War to be a nurse, a cook, and a spy for the Union Army.
Teach good.
She, in fact, became the first woman in U.S. history to lead a military raid. She planned and she led a raid on something called the Combahee River in South Carolina. And at that raid, they freed over 700 enslaved people. Now, this is a picture of me and her at the wall, at the monument. One of us needs to go and die on the
I see.
Okay, and this is the last the last surviving picture of Sister Harriet Tubman. Okay, and one thing I noticed during this tribute, I'd never noticed it before, but I have never seen a picture of Harriet Tubman smiling.
Right.
I've never seen her smile. Okay. Harriet Tubman died on March the 10th, 1913, at her home for the aged in Auburn, New York. She was 91 years old. 1913. My father was alive in 1913. That is not that long ago. Harriet Tubman wasn't that long. Slavery was not that long ago. Okay, I was born 36 years after Harriet Tubman died. Anyway, this morning's service is dedicated to Sister Harriet Tubman. May her name live, may her spirit dwell, and may her love for our people remain in the hearts and the minds of our people forever and forever and forever. Thank you, Jose.
That was so beautiful. Thank you. We always talk here. We're always learning.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
Thank you.
yes.
So, time for our litany of appreciation. Mama Pam's gonna come up and take care of that wonderful part we need to work on. Paying the bills all the time. They don't go away. Stand for litany.
Grand Rising, everyone.
I see it.
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Harriet Tubman sacrificed her life in order to appreciate the reward. The love of her people, she sacrificed. Share love and freedom amongst her people. We talk about appreciation, but I still think of sacrifice. Sacrifice for the love of your people and appreciate the reward of that sacrifice. Follow in the footsteps of your elders. For the mind is trained through knowledge. Behold their words endure in books. Open and read them. And follow their wise instruction, their wise counsel. For one who is taught becomes skilled. Do not do evil, for kindness is good. Make the memory of you last through the love of you. Multiply the people whom the city shelters. Then God will praise for your donations. And the people will give thanks for your sacrifices. They give thanks for your goodness and pray for your health. We sacrifice, and it's not a bad word. It is a blessing to be able to sacrifice for the goodness of your community.
Very good words. Yes.
So we're going to do the litany of sacrifice, and we start with the community. Save us, O Holy One, by your name.
By your name. Vindicate us by your might. Hear my prayer, divine protector. Listen to the words of my mouth. How can we repay the Holy One for the gifts that have been given to us? We will lift up the cup of salvation and call upon the God of our ancestors. We will fulfill our vows to our Creator in the presence of all our people. Gladly we bring our sacrifices to you. We will praise your name, O our God, for it is good.
Umoja is unity. We will strive to maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race.
Kujichagulia, self-determination. We shall define, name, create, and speak for ourselves.
Ujima is collective work and responsibility. We shall build and maintain our communities together. Our brothers and sisters' problems shall be ours to solve together.
Ujima, cooperative economic. Together we shall build and maintain our own businesses and together profit from them.
Nia is purpose. We shall make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community and the restoration
of our people
to our tradition.
Kuumba, creativity. We shall do as much as we can, in any way we can, to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than when we have it.
Imani is faith.
and believe with all our heart in our God, our people, and in the righteousness and victory of our struggle. I see
O
hope.
divine creator God of our ancestors, we thank you for this day. We thank you for life. We thank you for wholeness. We sacrifice our time, our energy, our talents, but those sacrifices come with love.
Ashe.
Come with appreciation. Come with the blessings that have been given to us so that we may appreciate the bounties that we have built. We thank you, O Holy One, for all the gifts that you've given to us. We ask you to lead us and guide us in the ways of Harriet Tubman, in the ways of our ancestors, whose shoulders we stand for their sacrifices, because they loved people and believed in freedom. In order for us to have those freedoms, we must give, we must appreciate, we must sacrifice, we must love, and we must know our history so that we may pass it on to our generations to come. We thank you, O Holy One, for all the gifts that you've given to us, and that we might share as we continue to grow and build and love our communities. These things I ask in your most precious name. And we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe,
Ashe.
Oh, and by the way, this is our first crab feed, Ile Oma Day. Your school, the school started here at Wolsey Community Church 40 years ago by the women who believe that our children should be raised by us, taught by us, grown by us. You understand? Come out and sacrifice your time. Love your time with us. Make sure that we continue to build on 40 more years.
Ashe.
All right, we've been making some modifications to our service, and I hope everybody's enjoying and not having a problem with it. Being a little different. This is a beautiful day, and we're honored that we have guests, lovely guests with us today. So at this time, we were thinking we would do breaths yesterday, but we're going to do it today and now. So all of us going to come, everybody's going to sing, come sing breaths. Please come on up. And after we sing breaths, it'll be Minister Monty's time to come and speak to us and deliver a profound message.
So this is a request, by Crest. One of our ex-Stones, who is now a member of Crest, wanted us to sing it. She wanted to sing it with us, so we're bringing up, Sister Boom, Akake Boom, and we're going to. This is totally unrehearsed, so unexpected even. When we get in front of it, I don't know the cameras.
It is.
So, Dave, Will, can you give us an A on the nose? This is the song that we consider our musical libation. A libation, as you know, is when you pour liquid to the earth to honor the ancestors. We raise our voices to honor the ancestors.
And I'm going to give you the opportunity to say the name of an ancestor that you want to honor this morning. So please say the name.
Baba Imhotep Akhepa.
Margaret
And we
Roselia
said, where
Dixon.
are the ancestors? Can you feel them?
Barbara
Can you
Herman
see them?
Dixon.
This song says sometimes you can hear them.
I see
All you have to do
it.
is listen. Listen.
Listen.
Listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the
When the
Father's
voices
voice
are
is heard.
heard,
'Tis the
'tis the
ancestors'
ancestors'
breath
breath
in the
in the
voice of
voice
the
of the
water.
water.
Ah,
I wish,
ah,
I wish
those who
those who
have
have
died
died
have never,
never,
never
never
left
left
the
the
dead
dead
are under
under
the earth. They're in the rustling trees, they're in the roaring woods, they're in the crying grass, they're in the moaning rocks. The dead are not under the earth. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the water.
I
I wish,
wish,
I
I
wish
wish.
those who
Boom, 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 boom,
those who have died have never, never left. The dead have a pact with the living. They're in the wondrous rest. They're in the wailing child. They're with us in the home. They're with us in the crowd. The dead have a pact with the living. So listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to things than to beings. 'Tis the ancestors' breath when the fire's voice is heard. 'Tis the ancestors' breath in the voice of the waters.
I
I wish,
wish,
I
I
wish.
wish.
Listen more often to listen more often to listen more often to things than to beings. Listen more often to the ancestors' breath. To the ancestors' breath. Tis the ancestors' breath. Tis the ancestors' breath.
In the voice of the water.
Keep trying, but they ain't listening. Oh, mama.
Listen for the ancestors. Listen,
I say,
Malcolm X.
listen, listen, listen,
Minister Green.
listen, listen, listen. Hey, boom, 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 boom.
Listen, listen,
Listen. Ashe.
That was very
Listen.
impromptu. And I hope
Listen. Boom, boom,
That's
boom,
right. That's
boom,
right.
There you go. That's really appropriate.
boom.
Also, when we say listen, that's what's about to happen. An opportunity for us to listen. Those of us who come to the pulpit understand this is an African-centered, spirit-led entity. And you don't get in here just to say anything. You get in here because the Spirit has led you to come forward and share what the divine has touched your heart with. I first met Reverend Maat online. One of the few things that I find beneficial. I'm really a holdout. I'm not much of a supporter of those things, but necessary evil sometimes. I'm just glad that we had the option. And I met Reverend Maat over line because one of the first things when I saw underneath his name was Reverend. I said, whoa, as a former 20-year minister in Baptist religion, I ain't met an African that was a reverend. And I was like, whoa, I want to really check this brother out. And eventually over time, I was fully impressed.
Yes, yes.
I was really moved.
Say that.
Because the title did not speak to where he really has his heart. And I've also had to have some really powerful discussions. So this gathering is not by chance. It's not only divinely ordered, but it's also a part of a growing collaboration that is between us and more like-minded places of worship. Because we need more, not less.
More. Yes, yes.
We need to reach out, not reach in.
Yes, yes.
So part of this is to have been honored to be, it took us a little bit of replanning and planning, as us folks find out. Yet here it is, this opportunity that I'm really thankful for. I want to thank the LA members who came to support Reverend Maat. And I want to continue to appreciate how much members that we have that really support what we do. Yesterday was awesome. And I hope we have more opportunities to do such things. Not only just with folks all the way from LA, but maybe some local folks.
Yes.
All right.
Say that.
Not my time to do so. Yeah, I really appreciate this. And so I want to thank Reverend Maat in advance. And now let's listen as we invite him to come forward and share with us his message.
What a joy it is to be here.
Yes, yes.
As I've said, it's just a blessing. I feel like I'm surrounded in black excellence.
Right. You are.
We have everything we need to do what we want to do inside of us. That's what we have to do, just explore our own qualities, our own strengths, our own power. Because all we got to do is decide what we want, and the universe will support us.
Teach good.
That's what we're here to do. So I want to also send greetings to Wose from Crafts in Los Angeles.
Yes.
And just say that we're just so happy to visit you today from Los Angeles and to continue our collaboration, our efforts to collaborate in a more comprehensive and more powerful, meaningful way. So I reached out to the Wose ministers last year with the idea that our two ministries should come together because we can work together more closely. And that idea was warmly received by the ministers. And Minister Malley, he straight away invited me to come and speak at Wose. Because he says we gotta let people know that we're serious. We're not just talking. And so he made that invitation for us to come in July of last year, and I'm finally here. But the timing is really good because this is the time for us to spring forward with spring.
Right.
And to implement the changes that we want to make this year. And so this is springtime, and the spring equinox is coming soon, probably within about a week or so. But this is nature's new year. So we want to move forward in that same spirit that as things are blooming around us, we want to set things in motion for the good that we want to see. And so I brought the idea to Minister Imhotep, who then conveyed it to the other ministers, and he was absolutely in support of that idea. And so we all miss him. I'm thinking about him. It's a little static here. I'm thinking about him, and just I really miss him, feel his spirit here today, and just know that he and all the ancestors, they're supporting us, and they're calling on us to join hands in the effort for the liberation of African people. So that's what we're doing. And so I want to just say it's an opportunity and a privilege to be able to speak to a group of conscious Africans. In this environment, it's understood that we are unapologetically seeking to advance the interests of African people. And we have a lot of work ahead of us, but at least we know who we are. Amos Wilson said, if you don't know who you are, you'll be whoever someone tells you. But we know who we are. We know who we are. And so my topic today is continuing our intergenerational community conversation for transformation. Continuing our intergenerational community conversation for transformation. I don't know if it's the way I'm talking. There's some type of static or something.
We're not hearing it.
Oh, okay. All right. So you guys can hear me.
We're straining to hear you.
Thank you. I didn't want to, I want to be heard or understood. To share this word that's on my heart, that's been given to me by the Spirit. And so I'm continuing, this is a continuation, and I call it a continuing conversation because I opened the idea in a previous message to Wose in November called Building Our Nation Through Good Speech. And I gave that same message to Caras in December. And I talked about the need for an intergenerational community conversation to build and transform our spiritual communities so that we can step up to the roles as key players in the transformation of the conditions of African people and of ourselves. And so, like I said, I gave the message in December to Caras. And so what Caras is, K-R-S-T, that's our spiritual community. And you may know it from the spelling K-A-R-S-T. So Caras is that without the vowels. And it represents transformation and ascension, and is the original idea of the Christ. So on the temple walls, when the mummy was first shown, it was shown pictured laying on a table. But after the person was vindicated, it was shown vertical. And that person was said to be carasted and transformed into its eternal state. So that's what Caras, when we say Caras, that's what that means. We come to a place where we're caressed and we're transformed as we ascend into our greater yet to be. And so we need to engage in a conversation with each other that will bring our thoughts, words, and actions in order so that we can build the world that we want to live in. And this is within the ancient Kemetic tradition of good speech. So I'm going to reiterate that Jacob Carruthers, in his book Medu Divine Speech, page 83, states that in a very important sense, existence in Africa consisted of a hierarchy of speeches. At the apex is the divine word. the creative speech of God. Next comes the saying of the ancestors who have united with the Creator and whose wisdom must be consulted periodically. Following the ancestors comes the sacred speech of the priest through whom God and the ancestors speak, and who in turn speak with God and the ancestors. The utterances of the elders in general are subordinate only to God and the ancestors, and under normal circumstances must be obeyed. Thus, existence in Africa was to a large extent what God, the ancestors, the priests, the kings, and the elders said. So this is the context in which one must understand the oral and written traditions of the African heritage. Human life is to a large extent an intergenerational conversation which is defined through divine speech and good speech. It's very important that African people talk among ourselves.
Yes.
So that we can find common ground to work out our challenges and work through our differences. We need to open ourselves to an idea bigger than the problems that we are facing.
Yes.
So that we can speak that divine word of the Creator who is known by many names, including Amun-Ra, and who answers to all of those names.
Yes.
We need to speak the creative word that reflects the principles of Maat: truth, justice, righteousness, propriety, harmony, order, balance, and reciprocity. These are the words of the Nichiru, the divinities, and they reflect universal principles that reverberate throughout millennia. These words of Ma'at are divine words. They are divine speech, and when we declare them to each other, they are good speech. So we're supposed to be talking the divine speech to each other.
Yes.
And that's what becomes good speech. Good speech is conversation that aligns with Ma'at.
Yes.
And so from the Hosea, page 6, the creation of Ra as Ptah. From the Shavaka stone, it states, it is Ptah, a form of Ra, the most great, who has given existence to all the divine powers through his heart, mind, and tongue. And it goes on to say, the heart and mind cause all perceptions to come forth. And what the heart and mind think and wish is declared by the tongue. Thus, by means of the word, all faculties and qualities were fashioned and created, which furnish all food and yield all nourishment. It's through the word. This ability to speak our word, to co-create our experiences, is our use of the creative energy of projecting an idea into existence. This is a divine gift to us, the power of our word. So those words are called heka, words of power, the authoritative words. So that's what we're here to do, to speak from a place of power, not victimhood. To speak words of power that can actually transform our external conditions and circumstances. So Africans are called the people of the word. And we need to engage in a continuing community conversation in which we face the issues of our communities and of African people, and we create an atmosphere of open conversation so that a vision of possibilities can emerge that will lead us out of the darkness of any dysfunction that we may be involved in to the light of an expanded experience of real sovereignty, self-rule. And I'm talking about mental, emotional, financial, and political sovereignty.
That's right.
And so the aim of good speech is that you must talk long enough for everyone's voice to be heard.
Say it again.
And for a consensus agreement to emerge in the midst of this conversation for a sense of an agreement to emerge so that the community can advance in an agreed upon direction. So we create this atmosphere, then the conversation will take place, and in the midst of that conversation, the divine idea will emerge. And we'll all be able to see it, and we'll say, okay, yeah, let's move this way. But we can't cut off the conversation. We must talk among like-minded people, such as our spiritual communities, both of our spiritual communities. We both teach Maat and the Nguzo Zaba. We must talk about what we can build together. We must also engage in dialogue with other groups of melanated people, such as fundamentalist Christians, Muslims, Moors, Hebrew Israelites, and black people of all beliefs and persuasions. We must stop letting our differences separate us. Black people must integrate among ourselves.
Come on.
That's what we got to do.
Come on.
And so we must continue to create alliances with African immigrant communities in the U.S. and create collaborative projects with Africans on the continent and throughout the African diaspora. Because like Malcolm said, no matter what we believe, we're all catching here.
Come on, teacher.
So we can have disagreements on some things and still agree on the need that we need to recycle our black dollar.
Right.
What else? We don't
All right.
Yes, we can.
And so the first two Nguzo Zaba principles are Oja, unity, as we declare, and Kuji Chagalia, self-determination.
I see.
We must unify.
Yeah.
We must unify with a purpose.
Yes.
I believe that purpose must be self-determination. So you see, unity, Kuji Chagalia.
Yes.
I see. There must be sovereignty, self-rule. Now that we found love, what are we going to do with it?
Yeah, teach y'all right now. Remind us.
And so I see us building what I call, and I shared this in the last message, but again, I want to reiterate it.
Certainly.
I see us rebuilding the African the society in which African communal and family values are promoted. Those are values that are espoused in the principles of Maat and the Nguzo Zaba. And so the formula that I kind of came up with for moving us forward goes like this. INOC equals sovereignty. Identity, networking, ownership and control of our resources, and also the institutions that impact our communities. If we can attain that, understanding our African identity.
Yes. Come on.
Networking among African.
All right. Yes.
Ownership of our resources.
Yes.
And in control of our resources and the institutions that impact our community. This is the goal. It can be nothing else but that.
Yes.
Self-determination.
Yes.
Another word for sovereignty. Self-rule. Rule ourselves.
Yes.
Yes, we have that ability. And so again, that is the vision that we must talk about and be about.
Yes.
We must become sovereign and self-sufficient so that we can break the chains of European colonization of African people.
Around the world.
And so a quote from Pharaoh Unas, which would probably be called, he would properly be called the Nasut Bidi, actually. When we say Pharaoh, he's really the Nasut Bidi. And he stated, it is wrong to go about in darkness, not seeing and being upside down.
Right.
I come forth on this day and bring the truth that is within me. That's what we bring, the truth that is within us. Our people need a way forward that will lead us to the cultural revolution that we as a people need so that we can bring to the world order. We're the ones that's going to have to bring back order. We're the ones who have the foundation of our societies on moral and cultural values.
Yes.
Yes.
And Google Zaba are just two of the sets. There's so many different sets of moral codes that are our heritage. Who else is going to lead us out of this path to self-destruction?
Yes.
So we got to step up into our roles. It is only in speaking the truth to each other and listening to each other and to nature that we can bring order to chaos. So what I am talking about is not just talking to talk, but speaking to each other in such a way that a clear way forward emerges. And that's what's going to happen if we keep this flow going, get this intergenerational community conversation out of which will emerge a perfect idea that we can all see. We'll be able to see it, find agreement, and move forward in unity. So I'm going to give you a quote from an indigenous author. His name is Michael Ortiz, who talks about what I would call the upside down thinking that is projected on black people by those who justify white privilege. This is what we're facing. This is what gets thrown in our face all the time. So he wrote an article called Projection, the lazy substitute for accountability.
Come on.
Projection is a colonial reflex. It's what happens when people are conditioned to believe they deserve comfort, control, and innocence at all times. And anything that threatens that story gets externalized under someone else. This is upside down thinking. The system rewards this. It builds entire institutions around it. Policing is projection with badges. Psychiatry is projection with diagnosis. Border enforcement is projection with deportation.
Come on.
The carceral state runs on projected danger. The medical institutional complex runs on projected defect.
Yes.
Projection protects power by making the targeted person responsible for the projector's unprocessed feeling. It flips accountability.
Come on.
This is the society that we live in.
It's good. That's
true. And so to deal with this constant call for white privilege, we must control our spaces and set our own definitions.
True.
We must think for ourselves, or we'll fall victim to the upside down thinking that continuously bombards us. So you gotta know who you are.
Yeah, come on.
So that you don't just accept what people tell you are, right? Because they'll tell you that something's wrong with you, right? For responding to what they're doing to you. So we really need to listen to the divine spirit, which we at Koreans call Untur. We need to listen to the Creator, Amen, the ancestors, and each other, so that we can move forward in the only way we can, which is in community.
Yes.
None of us has the complete answer, but we all have part of the answer.
Yes.
Let's start and continue this conversation among all members of our community, including our youth. They gotta be a part of this conversation. Let's talk to each other with the understanding that we are engaged in constructive conversation. That is, conversation that leads to action.
Yes.
Okay.
We gotta know this, that we are co-creators with the divine of our experience.
All the time.
Claim your power to create your experiences. That's how we're gonna transform the conditions that we're experiencing.
Yeah, come on now.
So I see the creative process as being a sequence of correct thoughts, producing correct words, producing appropriate corresponding actions, which then produce the intended result. Starts with thinking, but thought, word, action. They're all important. You can't leave none of them out.
Come on now.
You're not going to affirm your way to the answer.
Yes.
You got to do some work. You got to get behind it. You got to speak it. You got to talk it. You got to work, action. But the key is the sequence. It starts with the thought. True. And then the action that's an alignment. And then which then clarifies your thinking more. You see, so it's a cycle. So the mystical marriage must take place between our thoughts and our emotions. And this occurs when we act in alignment with our highest idea. Then the magic of the perfect manifestation will take place.
Yes.
It won't take place according to your turn.
Come on now.
Or your time.
Right.
But it will take place within the divine plan. And with perfect timing. So that's how we experience it. We needed to have us here as we launch in the spring.
Yes.
The natural new year.
Yes.
So that we can begin implementing the work that we need to do.
Yes.
And so the timing wasn't our timing, it was divine timing.
Come on now.
That's what we got to realize.
Always.
And so your thought, word, and action are not separate, as I said, from each other, but reinforce each other to produce the manifestation of your idea. When you speak, you activate the idea. And when you act, you anchor the idea so that it expands into fulfillment. Through this intergenerational community conversation, based on a commitment to practicing Maat, we will create the atmosphere for us to ascend from correct thought to correct words, to correct actions, to the perfect outcome. It's an orderly process that will allow us to collectively embrace an idea bigger than the problem. That's what I'm constantly telling our people. Let's open ourselves to an idea bigger than the problem. Don't tell ourselves that this problem cannot be resolved. Don't tell ourselves that this problem is too big. Because collective, we'll be joining our faith together and collectively beyond the problem. To an idea bigger than the problem. We must do it in our Wose and Karas communities before we can do it for our larger African community.
Come on now.
I remember when I got into African conscious thing, Afrocentric thought, then the Spirit told me, well, what about your nephew? And so I was trying to help everybody else. The Spirit guided me to start helping my nephew. He's having a lot of problems with the law and everything. And so the Spirit told me I need to start right where I am with my own family. We got to start right where we are and let it build, because what we're doing is we're putting in what's called exponential growth factors. But introducing growth factors that continue to expand and grow. So no matter how far behind you may think you are, if you put in those exponential growth factors, it really won't matter. It doesn't matter where you start. As long as you get these principles in line and start implementing, you'll make quantum leaps forward. That's what I see for us as a people. Yes. And so on page 79 of his book, Meduneta, Divine Speech, so it was when I read that book that I began to have this inspiration. Carruthers further states that sacred communication and its connection with divine speech is quite serious. And those elders who are articulators must be disciplined and ritualistically pure on pain of doom. This is serious work that we're doing. This is serious work. Thus, they are teachers through true voice of the morals and spiritual ethos of the community. Jomo Kenyatta, in his book, Facing Mount Kenya, laments the erosion of this living tradition by the advent of colonialism. He concluded in his discussion of Kikuyu spirituality by noting that the community has lost its unity. Hence, It cannot speak with God with the full contingent of voices. And so Carruthers comments that the reverse may also be true, that the community has lost its voice, that is, its speech, therefore it no longer has unity. So we lose our unity when we stop talking to each other, or when we stop talking to each other with respect and integrity.
Yes.
We gotta talk to each other. We can't stop, but we gotta do it in a certain way.
Come on
with
now.
Respect and in alignment with my eyes, treating people the way we want to be treated. And that's when the magic happens, the so-called magic.
All right.
The Europeans call it magic. We call it heka. Words of power. This is what we mean. Let's talk about how we can make Wosei and Karas all that they can be. Let's be willing to ask the tough questions. What do we need to do better? How can we improve our operation? And you know something? You don't even have to have the answer. Just ask the question and open. And then the Neteru, the universe, and the spirit will reveal them into your spirit. You just ask the question. Open yourself up to it. Don't struggle with how am I going to do it. Just reflect on what do I want and why. And we all know why we do what we do. We know that spirit in us to be a part of the liberation of our people. That's our assignment for our generation. You know, I often think about this. Harriet Tubman's generation, they were fighting to get out of physical enslavement.
Right.
Our assignment for our generation is to transcend mental slavery. So we know who we are, we know what we want, and we know why. So now we're no longer going to be serving the interests of another group. But we have enough understanding to know that we unapologetically advance the interests of African people. Come on. We don't stutter when we say it, because we know what we're talking about. We mean what we say. You know, and so we got to ask these tough questions. We need to ask how we can improve, but let's also talk about what we do well and how we can maximize our strengths. Because we stand facing infinite possibilities for good. So don't put all your energies on ideas of limitation, but rather open up to infinite possibilities. The answer is there. You just gotta position yourself for it to come. You know, you invite it in, it's gonna come. The world is not upside down for us because we know who we are as Africans. We have chosen ourselves and the ways of our ancestors. The question is, are we committed to making the transformation happen? That's the question. Are we fully committed and ready to go all in to make it happen? But not only make it happen, to let it happen. Because I believe that the universal, I believe that this is our time in history. A shift is happening. Something's opening up for us. And so we see this rise of so-called white supremacy. Because in their spirit, they sense the inevitability of the collapse. And so they do everything they can to fight against it. They do everything, but it's like the lost cause. And so we got to understand that, so we know that we are not victims here. We're standing in our power. We know who we are. We're not victims of this society. It's time for us to step into our rightful place as leaders in this world and in this society. And so a commitment to practicing the ways of Maat has to be the way forward. So for guidance, I'm going to close with a quote from the last chapter of this book called The Egyptian Philosophers. This is what the gentleman said. Maat is active, dynamic, and alive in the everyday lives of humans at work, play, and worship. All right. How I approach each day, that is how I come to acknowledge my existence in the presence of the divine, which I would say is another name for the unknown, is an aspect of Ma'at. I come to the day searching for ways to establish harmony, justice, righteousness, balance, and reciprocity. Indeed, I am what I am and who I am by virtue of my Ma'atic quest. If I do not seek Ma'at, I am no more than a piece of trash, tossed by the wind. It is Ma'at that gives me focus. Organize my thoughts and governs my actions.
Yes, come on.
And so, brothers and sisters, although we're facing an immense task in front of us, the task of transforming the conditions of African people, let us remind ourselves that Ma'at will prevail. Ma'at will prevail. And so I call out to the divine spirit Unter, to the creator Amen Ra, and to all of our ancestors to be with us as we seek a way forward for ourselves, our community, and our people. Guide us in our community conversation for transformation, and give us the words of power that will unlock the way to our vindication in the spirit of Ma'at. Ashe.
Yes, you should stand for that. Please. Words of power. You said Hakar? Hakar. And there are fundamental principles that if we are going to be serious about what we say, we have to not only talk about them, we can't just think about them, we got to be about it. It means we have to actions that should support what we say we believe, especially if we're talking about communicating with the younger folks, because young folks want to see what you're talking about. It's nice to hear it. You can make a rap song all you want. But the issue is, what are you doing? And so one of the things that we're trying to do here in, we'll say, Oakland, is to reach out beyond these four walls. And part of that is to invite those who, if they're not associated with like thinkers, if they haven't connected with those of African orientation and centering around these principles, this is your opportunity to become a member or a participant in this community. So the doors of the church are open. If you yourself have not already committed, and we know the LA folks are already committed because you don't go 500 miles upwards and you just on a whim. So other than the LA folks, if there are other folks in the house, this is your opportunity to join with this community. We're also letting the folks online know this as well.
I see.
So we don't have the screen down, so we don't know if there's any hands raised. None? And none in the house? Okay, well, that's fine. Because that just means most of us are already in. That's good news. So I hope that in this day, there's been something that has touched your heart. I know I've been moved with some more stuff. I got to go back into the files, Reverend Marty, and get some more. I got some messages that are ready to roll now, thanks to you. As well as let us all, once again, I want to thank the folks who helped with not only last evening on, but are getting set up. Please do not leave before we eat together, because part of the fellowship is also to dine. It's nice to sit in chairs and nod your heads while somebody's speaking, but let's also do that divine speech by associating with us. Get some practice in while we eat some good food. I personally know the cook, and the food is awesome.
And the group picture.
Oh yes, and please do not leave before the group picture. Generally, I end up getting corralled after I run around. Yeah, I know. Mama Thunderway has her rope ready for me, but the rest of y'all can be more cooperative, shall we? So let's all rise, link up.
Make a circle? Want to make a big circle? Big circle. Let's make it up now.
Say again. Amen.
Thank you.